most civilized people are out of touch with reality because they confuse the world as it is with the world as they think about it, and talk about it, and describe it. Now, of course, reality, from a philosopher's point of view, is a dangerous word. A philosopher will ask me, what do I mean by reality? Am I talking about the physical world of nature? Or am I talking about a spiritual world? Or what? And to that I have a very simple answer. When we talk about the material world, that is actually a philosophical concept. So in the same way, if I say that reality is spiritual, that's also a philosophical concept. And reality itself is not a concept. Reality is and we won't give it a name.
Oh boy. Also, I know a lot of you love that intro. Brad made that intro, but what's super cool about that is that he didn't know anything about the game when he made it. So, fucking haunted. Okay. I've been having a hard time with this game. It's incredibly beautiful, but it's also very heavy for me at times. One of the craziest experiences. But if you don't want any spoilers, then drink in my playthrough like Dehydrated Horse in the Desert. Yeah, I bet. I can't imagine you see too many people playing the game and dissecting it the way you probably did, Brad. Okay. Ooh. Now, do I remember what the fuck I was doing? I think we were walking around. Oh yeah, that happened. But was there something else I was doing in the meantime? I think, were we heading back? We also have another... Oh, she showed me, Brad. I saw it this morning. Holy fuck. So good. So good. I think I was walking around. I was talking to the people in the town. That's right. We spoke to her. And we got this new place to stay, our little cabin by the sea. We're collecting bottles.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be the twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum,
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. Mm-hmm.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
I doubt it, but what are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking, just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
I do now, Georgie, thank you.
He looks just like me.
Uh-huh.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
The lieutenant remarks with evident glee. Oh, shit, thank you. And what are you, Kidmaster General?
Maybe I am.
He grins.
Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Okay, fine. Just wanted to say hi. It's hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy, though. A flower through where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. It feels safe and warm in here. Not like outside. Oh, I'm not taking this. Are you kidding me? Why would I do that? Like, it's somebody's house. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Who is this?
Hello, mister.
Little Lily. Oh my god. A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Oh, I see. We want to take the stuffed bird to show it to her. That's ridiculous. Okay. I mean, I didn't take a stuffed bird from the ceiling. What happens if I click this?
It's a grouse.
Oh, cool.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replaced a broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
Yes, but what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I'm not asking a 5-year-old.
I mean, you already took it.
I didn't
I
take
don't
it,
like
though.
it anyway. It looks angry.
Oh my god. Are the twins your brother?
Yes.
He frowns.
They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
Oh.
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
Oh my lord. Dude, Miranda! Are you still here? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. You remember like a week ago when I was telling you I was reading this dumb book that wasn't dumb, but it felt kind of dumb. It was like mediocre dumb. And then I hit a moment and I started to cry. And I'm like, why am I crying in the middle of this mediocre book? More dragons, less love triangle. Okay? Mergs just sent me a message and saying, I just got to this part, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm emotional, question mark. Yeah, dude, same thing happened to me. Same exact part. Same exact thing happened to me. I feel like that book would have been so much better if they just cut the weird love triangle stuff out. You know, and I never thought I would say that. Okay. The dragons are so good. Anyway. Okay. Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily.
She gazes
You know my
at you
mom?
with her big eyes. Yeah, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
What's that toy you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of.
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy looks soft.
Yes. Very soft.
Suddenly, she pushes the stuffed animal toward your face. Press your cheek against Lammy.
Isn't he soft?
We healed our morale by doing that. She's right. Lammy is very soft. She rubs the white fur against your cheek and returns the lamb into her lap, cuddling it.
Bye.
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. Okay, so by saying that, we took it. Okay, that was adorable. Is this book Fourth Wing? Yes! Johnny, listen, I never, ever, ever, ever in my life thought I would be like, yo, less sex, more dragons. Well, I mean, you know, but I never thought I would be like, ugh, skimming through stuff to get to the dragons. But this book, the dragons are so good, and I wanted more of the dragons. Oh! And I don't know if you've read it yet, but I can tell you the exact part that decimated both Mergs and I. If you've read it. I love that you knew what book it was based on what I was saying. Okay, piano, I said I didn't want to spoil it though, so wait until they answer, right?
You stop mid-step and put your hand on a garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Where? What bottle?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries.
Oh my god, is blue the color of the alcohol as well?
It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of alcohol in it.
I don't want to look at it, or okay, cool, what do I do next?
Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
I've had friends give the exact same review. This is not a good book. Why am I still reading it? But I love the dragons. Okay, so here's the thing. It's been recommended to me a few times and I've debated adding it to the queue. So I felt like it was... So I had just read Divine Rivals, which had impeccable lore building, and it's very well written. Like the beginning, just some of the lines and dialogue, it was fucking great. I did not enjoy the end of the book, or like the latter half of it. It kind of lost a bit for me. But so going from that kind of lore building, like I knew I was reading a young adult book, so I wasn't really expecting like, you know, I knew what I was getting into, or so I thought, okay? But then, as I'm reading it, it was just like it's like the main character is orcish, okay? And they have one thought train, and like everything that they're thinking about is related to boobs or something, you know? Like every single thing that they're thinking about, it ties back to that. And it's like, I mean, that's fine. That's okay. Just trashing orcish. I mean, not really. We openly joked that he was Chainsaw Man, right? I've been trying to get into the Orange Tree. Okay, I started it as well, Johnny, and then I put it down and ended up reading a bunch of other stuff, and I was about to go back to it. So it's good to know that I'm not the only one, but I've also heard that it's really, really good. It's like orcish. They have one thought in their head. I also started it and put it down, yeah. So Fourth Wing was like that, okay? And I was reading it going like, but every once in a while they would talk about the world and the lore and the dragon lore specifically. And I was like, fuck yes, okay? And there's this, you know, and obviously, you know, it's a book about fucking dragon riders at an academy of war or whatever. So you know that eventually the main character is going to get a dragon. So like I knew that was going to happen. And I knew which one it was, obviously, because of the way they described the dragons. And you're like, obviously, this is like a young adult book. They have to get the fucking one. Everybody's like, dude, that's fucking sick. I knew which one also, right? They almost psyched me out with the Goldbergs a little bit there. I was like, huh. But then when it happened, I still cried. Okay? And the reason why is because the main character the whole time is just like describing themselves as they try to articulate that they're not as like either fit or they're just not as able as some of the other warriors who've been trained their whole lives, but they're very careful about their language. It's very clear that the main character doesn't like to feel weak and helpless, and other people kind of skirt around that, or like they say stuff like you know you can't do that or whatever, and she'll get fucking pissed. She'll be like, you know, like, oh, are you saying that I'm weaker than you? Which is obviously true, bro. Like, you know, it's totally true. But anyway, so all that's happening, and she refuses to say it herself, right? So there's a lot of self-deprecation in there that I was like, okay, this is and hello, I'm the queen of self-deprecation, and even I was like, this is a little much, bro. You need to fucking chill the fuck out. But anyway, so all the way it gets to the fucking dragon part, right? And this craziest fucking dragon, they choose their riders, right? Not the other way around. And it's so fucking guys, listen, this dragon lore is so cool, okay? The dragons choose the riders, but not only that, but they will just like eat them. They will just be like, I'm also hungry while I'm trying to pick a rider. So this motherfucker, I'm just gonna fucking eat them, or I'm gonna torch them because they looked at me wrong. It's so cool, and the dragons are so scary, and I love it. Anyway, this fucking dragon like comes down, and I don't know what I was expecting, but first of all, I wasn't expecting it to speak to her, first of all. And second of all, the moment is so beautiful because she's like, haha, dude, look, listen, I'm getting emotional just trying to retell it, okay? So not only does the dragon like land, but the dragon goes, get on. And she's like, wait, what? You're picking me? And then the whole time she hasn't been able to say it, but she then struggles to say, you don't want me because I'm much weaker than some of these other people. And she can barely get through saying it. And the dragon goes, I know exactly who and what you are. And I just started crying. I was like, oh my God. To be seen. Oh God. And it was just like, oh, me right now. Yeah. It struck me right through the heart, dude. The teenagers of Pern. Oh God, it was good, man. It got me good. And then I read the rest of the book waiting for more dragon lore. And then the book had the fucking audacity to be so mediocre-ish, but the lore is strong. And then at the end of the book had the audacity to come out with a twist I actually wasn't expecting that makes me want to read the second book. I was like, you motherfucker. I had every intention of just finishing the book and being like, yep, that's that. I did that one. Not going to read the rest of them. Literally the actual last page, motherfuckers. I was like, you assholes. God, like I know exactly what's happening throughout this whole fucking series. I know where it's going to go, obviously, because it's like this fucking war story. But then you had to have good dragon lore, and then you had to have like, it's infuriating. So yes, you should read it. That is. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But if anybody has like good dragon book recommendations that have good scary dragons in them, please hook me up. The next sequel comes out next month, I know. I would listen to you review books forever. Dude, I need to be able to review books with like no filter though, because it's way funnier when I'm like, I bet you I know exactly what's going to be in this fucking afterword of this book, and I'm calling it on page 4. Oh God, I fully agree with everything you're saying right now, which is ridiculous, Mercs, because I'm not even not a fan. Like there can be romance in the book. There can be a love triangle. I read, what was the other one that I read that I liked all the way to the end until they described PTSD in a most horrific way, and I actually threw my book. Hunger Games. Okay. I'm about to start Fire and Blood. Very stoked. I don't know which one I don't know what that is. Anyway, if by dragons you mean badgers, I would recommend Redwall. Nope, I'm definitely talking about big scary dragons and fantasy. I'm crying. Yeah, okay, listen. I'm just saying, like, there can be romance, there can be love triangles, but I just... Okay, here's the truth of it. Are you ready? I don't like it when the love interest is cardboard. Whether it's like a female love interest in a story written by a dude, and you can tell, and you're like, wow, they're literally only here to just be a love interest. They have no depth. There's nothing to them. Boring. And it's the same fucking way for dudes. Like, if you're writing your dude to just be this like perfect guy that doesn't have any, like, I just can't handle it. I'm like, cardboard. Get it out of my face. It's the precursor to the Throne series, Dragons Galore. Okay, I will write that down. So for me, it's like, unless some serious character depth happens in, like, the next book, I probably, or, a lot more dragons. Maybe she'll read the reviews and be like, people wanted more dragons. Okay, I will do that. Flat characters are no. It's not even that they're flat. It's just like they're clearly designed specifically to be like, I'm the perfect love interest. I'm just not interested in that. It just turns me off completely to the character. Even if they're saying and doing all the right things, which, believe me, this character was doing. But I'm just like, nah, I'm not into it. But a lot of people are flat too in real life. Yes, and I'm not fucking them, Roth. Like, I'm not into it. I'm not into it in real life either. What is that argument? I'm not into it. Just like, what? Just made to be the love interest and the love interest only. Yeah, like I'm sorry, like in not well developed fan fiction, when you've got this character that's just literally saying and doing the things that are widely considered to be good things or whatever. PB said, fuck boring people. I said, is that what I said? Oh no. Okay, so back to the game. We should probably get back to the game before I rant review what I've been reading. It's targeted more at younger readers, but the Enchanted Forest Chronicles was a good series. I wouldn't say the dragons are particularly scary. Listen, okay? I know it's a young adult book, and I actually, I understand that sometimes with young adult books, there's going to be a very extreme self-insertion type, main character where, they're going to get all the things and have all the people and all this kind of shit. Like, I get that happens, and I understand the value in that kind of a story for, somebody growing up that doesn't have that escapism. I totally get it. I'm not saying that it's bad for that, but I just wasn't into it. You're not into shipping with a character that isn't attractive in an intimate sense. I'm just saying, if it makes sense for them, I know which pairing I agree with, you know what I mean? But I wasn't into it. I was like, oh, okay, I see why she's choosing that, but it was just mediocre is all I'm saying, okay? All right. Anyway, back to the game.
Hey, tequila!
A 30-something man clad in a two-piece Lycra trademark tracksuit puts down his Pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
What? How do you know who I am? I'm gonna shake his hand.
So what's happening?
He picks up his beer. Oh God, he must know me from the other night. Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
What the fuck?
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. What? reality. It makes me aggressively sad.
I know what you mean. Sitting around with these bums, you really get to know the nitty-gritty of reality. And it isn't good.
His portrait is something else as well. He looks at his buddies with mock appreciation.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer. What the fuck?
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks to his comrades. I also feel so badly for dragging that poor person in the chat. I was just kidding, but they haven't spoken since, so I'm gonna just think about that and hyperfixate on that for the rest of the evening.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
And what's a tequila sunset?
It's you. Your tequila sunset.
And how do you know?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Tequila sunset.
Yes.
Something ominous there.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Does that sound like something you'd do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast
No.
at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Oh, wow, okay.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village, their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come, to which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things!" After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Jesus. My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
And how long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on.
Jesus.
How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Oh my god, please don't judge me, Kim.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
Shut up.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Oh god, how embarrassing.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case I was working on?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
I wish I had had this conversation not in front of Kim.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
He takes a long sip of beer. Well, did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
I don't think I need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Idiot doom spiral, bro. Is my new username. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Well, how did you become Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
You want booze, don't you? Okay, well, but I'm gonna...
Booze? Did
Yeah.
you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I don't want to give you any alcohol. Which says don't do it now or don't do it now. I don't have any on me right now.
Then I will see you again once you've procured some. Par exemple, my good friend Rosemary here sells all kinds of stuff.
All kinds, sir. Beer and wine.
Well, that's nice.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
God damn, dude.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Oh, no. No.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game! Snap out of it, Bratan! This is no time for melancholy introspection! It's time to buy that spirit!
No.
Bratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! You have to buy it from him!
No.
Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate
Holy
fate
shit,
depends on
dude.
it! And the fate of many worlds!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
$300 medicinal spirit. It's blue. Why does it cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
I
You
nod.
know, it's funny, actually.
What is?
What?
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at you.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where did you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. But that sounds dangerous.
It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
How?
The idiots left me alone in there.
Oh no,
Now,
so you stole this
I
thing.
used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. Fight 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
3?
Yeah, be careful. It's extremely flammable. 1 spark and the entire city of Revachol is wiped off the map.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose, then drenched it in tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain, but at the same time you don't remember the last time you felt so alive.
Did I not tell you, Bratan? This is it! This is our party drink! This is what we're having, baby! Please get it for me!
No.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
No.
So what do you want then?
His tone is aggressive. You're getting on his bad side now. The alcohol boiling his blood causes the agitation. It burns.
Smokes might be good. I'll get a pack of smokes.
My kind of guy. Here you go, friend. In the civilized world,
And
it's
then
a
I'm gonna leave.
custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
He waves you off. Okay, well, that was something. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Don't tell me what to do. Oh my god, lol. Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life, but this guy's a little too drunk.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in
Lord.
closer.
Okay, we're gonna lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
He then waves his hand as if shooing you away. What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
All right. I'm gonna say tell me about your friends because it's hilarious
Don't
if he
you
says,
fucking
yeah.
call her. Hear me? Abigail.
Oh. And I'm gonna walk away.
Don't call Abigail.
Oh. It is very painful. Okay. Oh, come back here.
drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
I don't know if I check this. I'm trying my hardest to check everything. Oh. It's locked, so let's try our little cutters here. Ooh. I will take everything. Okay, I think we have explored this area pretty well. Rust-eaten letters read M-A-Z-U-T. Oh, that's like the rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. Ooh. You should come back here when it snows. A strange feeling, but it passes quickly. Alright, maybe we'll come back here when it snows. Quick travel unlocked. Yes! Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Wait, did he say inoperable or is operable?
Calling.
Who am I calling right now?
Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Who am I calling right now? Why do I have this number?
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. Oh my god. Have I just called Abigail? How did I know her number? It might be. What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
What kind of pets did you have?
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
I would literally never do
Her
this.
voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume.
I would literally
until
never
the call
pretend to be
suddenly
the peer dude.
disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
The dial said you called a random number. Is this the same number I called last time? Hold on. 155. Holy shit, it's another random one. Fuck yeah, let's go again.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously?
Well, it's a different number this time.
Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Gerard. Okay, sorry, wrong number.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Happens to all of us. You have a nice day now.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Dude, I'm sorry. I would sit and play this game all day. Peeps playing phone call roulette. Well, the thing is like, we talked about this a little bit earlier. But earlier in the game, he said muscle memory. He was talking about just dialing randomly to see where his fingers take him. So I was like, that seems cool. Buzz and hum. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power. You know?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
I'm gonna take a
It's
closer look.
streaked with dried seagull shit
Oh,
and tangled
Jesus.
with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Okay.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
It might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
No.
Me neither.
Okay.
You should still take it.
It's fine. Postcard. Makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Glasses! Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Big wine canister. It's open and empty. Oh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying
Oh,
sweetness.
Jesus.
Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Oh, God. Is this guy dead over here? No.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. Two bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
We're gonna study his clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Did he just trip and break his neck?
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits. His expression is dull,
Jesus.
like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
Jesus.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Alright, I'm gonna examine the
A
bottle.
.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
He looks at the 2 other bottles forgotten near the coin-operated viewer.
Brabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Okay, well,
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Jesus.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop. They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Okay.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks south the way you came. Definitely potato.
That's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
I mean, this is sad.
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
I'm not gonna, don't worry. He looks like me. I could have ended up just like him, dead on some empty boardwalk with a bottle next to my corpse. I think I'm gonna say that one.
Well, At least you're not married.
Okay, Lieutenant. The lieutenant points at the ring on the man's left hand. The flesh around it swollen and gray.
Or what if you are?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
You think it's related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
No, I don't think so. Connecting it is a bit of a stretch.
Without any further evidence?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Yeah, but didn't they mention the kebab at the... They mentioned the kebab at the other place? Maybe not. You think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's
They'll seal
dangerous.
this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk.
Oh, that's sad.
Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
He smiles sourly.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Oh, we're gonna have to ask around. What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Oh, well, we found him. We should finish this. And what about a field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal. And this looks like a simple accident
Perfect.
to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
But isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Okay, well, we found him and we should finish it.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Okay. Bad. The coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Stop messing with the viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. What the fuck? It's random.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Ooh, okay.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol.
All right, there we go.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Now, this makes partying look bad. Still, don't let it sway you. You're responsible. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Okay, well, I certainly did not expect to find a fucking dead body, dude. Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Again, was not fucking expecting to just randomly find a dead body. Okay. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Field electrical. Oh.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
The lieutenant nods. What was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulders. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What the fuck? Oh, he must have been in the line of duty at some point.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
It's so good.
Hold on. What's R&D?
What's the, I'm just gonna look at the building,
It
actually.
looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development.
I mean, I knew that.
They don't use it anymore.
Oh, he smiles brightly, laugh lines around his eyes.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
I don't think I've ever heard of the Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
Well, what was the ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
Mm-hmm. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
Laptops. The 80s. Portable computer.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced. What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, and then continues. Thank you, Melly. Thank you for 18.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying they built the boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
Well, what happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Sure, how do they work?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say
That's
Wumpty Dumpty
exactly
Dum
what I said. I literally looked at you and mouthed Wompty Dumpty Dom. What?
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
Okay, back to where were we? Tape computers, I think.
Yes, tape computers and Feld Electrical.
What did they do?
They used them for military communications.
Oh.
But also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
And what was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Oh. Okay.
But of course. What else?
Great. Thank you for all the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
I was gonna give him my cute little lucky dice. It'd be nice if we could afford the board game itself. The fence blocks the path. There's no way from here. Okay. No problemo. We'll go down this way. Literally told us not to go over here. Oh, there's somebody over here. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. Who are you?
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out,
I
little
found
guys.
him!
Not out of this gem.
There's a cylinder on the ground in
Fuck
which
yeah.
the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. Okay, I'll say the water lock's been fixed. Oh, it was fine when I crossed it. No, I don't want to be like that. I'll just say I broke it with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now and you can go back.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
Well, it was my fault. I caused your delay and I'm sorry. But you can go home now.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Just fucking like shouting in the distance to each other is one of my favorite bits, man. I love it so much. What are you gonna name the baby? Yeah, exactly, Sunstalker. I like your username.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Tell me more about the phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sort of techniques?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Wow, that sounds handy.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
How big is it?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you.
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you so interested in this one in particular?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered so far?
Very little, I'm
Same,
sorry to
Sunstalker.
say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
A newspaper article. So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Right, well...
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for. A spectre.
Lena said that there had been a sighting here.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
That's right.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe they've died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
What?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Very clever.
Yes. The Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about the traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
She designed them?
Yes.
He says with some pride. How do they work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
And what are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all
said that,
known
sorry.
phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
And what will you do if the traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought. Yes. What?
Well, your wife seems pretty eager for you to return. You've been a couple days late already.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps.
Okay.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south, where Lena would be.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to her.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century.
What?
And it's hers.
She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
He coughs and then continues.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Hell yeah, we're gonna.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Another cough. Into his fist this time. Well, maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, and come back to check the traps later.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
What if we check them for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
He looks at you with obvious surprise. I'm not really interested in the work as much as I am you not dying out here in the cold. Chaos is my method.
Well, be that as it may, I'd really appreciate the help.
Well, what do I do if there is one?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Okay. And what if it's not in the trap?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do,
He takes out a small
I'll spray
white
you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
spray can.
Did you hear that? Pheromones. You were right about the teenagers.
So it really was the Phasmid that made the teenagers make out.
Oh, I doubt there is any connection there. Anyway, these pheromones will attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Should last you about a week.
Lay it on me. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied
This
nod.
is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
Oh, well, Jesus.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
Oh, no.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop.
Holy
Not
shit.
that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
He looks at the lieutenant with disdain, then puts the spray back in his pocket. Well, where are the traps?
There are 4 in total.
Okay.
One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Okay.
The third is set near the canal,
I'm not
where
going to
you
remember
crossed,
any of this. I'm relying
by
on
a
you.
concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them,
He gestures to the trap in front of him.
you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
What, aren't you having fun?
Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it your way, detective.
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
Well, okay, I'm not even thinking that it's important or related to the case. I'm just thinking that we've just found a fucking drunk dead body up on the thing, and it would just blow balls to have a guy stuck out here in the cold and for him to get sick and catch pneumonia or some shit and die. You know, why not take some preventative measures to handle it rather than just... It must be so tiring as a cop to only deal with the aftermath. You're just dealing with a body over and over again. And in this moment, Harry sees an opportunity to prevent that from happening. So he's going to take it. I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
Okay,
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant
That's
to talk
true.
about himself, but he'll open up if you prod a little.
so you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
His eyes narrow. Well, why not just be a zoologist? Real animals can be puzzling too.
Real. I know you
Sorry.
think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Well, I don't. It's a profession just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
It's still science.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
Has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
But you've never discovered one.
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
And have any ever been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorised as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
2 were proven to be real?
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He does not smile, just looks at you in the eye. It's a forceful gaze.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yes?
Let's talk specific cryptids.
What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it, since you've offered to help. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
What? Okay. I want to know all about the green ape. Look, I even have the green ape pen.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena. The kind green ape is one of her favourites.
A warm wave passes him. Of course, the kind green ape is her favourite, he thinks.
We travelled to South Safra to look for it once. Gary and I got stuck in a rainstorm, though, and had to spend most of our time there in a little village. The search was fabulously unsuccessful, but the people were very nice. I'm glad they didn't understand what Gary was saying about them.
What? South Safra? They're just on a different rung of the ladder, Morale.
Holy
I had no problem with them.
Really? You kept complaining about how dirty everything is, but we digress.
They're a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And let's change the topic, okay? Talk about your critters, or whatever.
He mumbles something.
Yes, back to cryptozoology. You don't want to sow disagreement between friends.
Okay, well, which one did you almost catch?
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees.
He says it in a self-explanatory, everyday manner.
They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Ooh, that gave me fucking goosebumps. Just because, remember, we're in that other, we're in the whirling place, whirling in rags, and it's like looking out the window, and it was like there's something out there, you just can't see it, which could imply just there's something looming on the edge of our memory or whatever, but it made me think of that. Okay, how did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow dashing through the grove.
What? And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
He smirks.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
And what about the sighting of the phasmid? Is that...
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, any other cool cryptids?
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue.
Sorry.
I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
He brushes an errant strand of hair from his eye. All right, well, let's change the subject.
By all means.
I'm gonna get going. Okay, we want to take a look at these traps. Oh.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
What is this?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
Oh, did I miss it? Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, it looks like we can go. Do you ever wish Hemdall was a real place? Oh my god, he reads the books. Okay. No boat in this boathouse today. Ooh, we gained oversized superstar sunglasses. This boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
I'm gonna reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway,
Lieutenant!
3 to go.
No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm just helping some citizens and getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense. Just...
The lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you, putting the trap back on the ground.
Behind you, The ruins of a residential building rise
Sorry,
over
my
the
bad.
reeds, shielding them. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at...
Okay. So we found...
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh. Guys. No way, right? There's absolutely no fucking way.
Unable to piece
thank God.
together the big picture just now, there's a hole in their hypothesis. The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile.
A haunted number, I know.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual, even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs, meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
I'm gonna nod.
The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene. The two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building, nodding along. Two officers of the law against the world, nodding in unison. It is your source of power. The bond of camaraderie between you is palpable.
I'm gonna nod even more.
The lieutenant is nodding so hard it looks like his head is about to snap off his neck.
I don't stop nodding.
The lieutenant matches your nodding pace. He's a true professional at this. The nodding's reaching critical mass. You can't take this much longer, Captain.
Oh my god, I'm gonna keep nodding, god damn it. Stay the course.
A small bead of sweat runs down the side of the lieutenant's face as he maintains his nodding. It's too much. You can feel your vertebrae starting to crack, your muscles groaning.
Just one more.
As the lieutenant takes out her handkerchief and softly taps the sweat off his temple, a faint crack echoes through the coast.
What?
Abort! Abort! No. Shit. It's too late.
No.
Busted the neck, did you? Glad I stopped when I did. My neck was really starting to hurt. Don't worry, little man. Now, we should get going.
Absolute mad woman. Dude, come on. You can't stop. That was our... Can't stop, won't stop. That was our power. Alright? You know it was like this, though, right? The way they described it. Uh-huh. Door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. Ooh, 2 to logic, but negative on that perception. Ooh, money. Okay, now, it said, there were... Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench covered in rust. Okay, so I think... Okay, we can't go that way. That's fine. They said there was one up north by the church. Oh god, why is it auto-saving? What's about to happen? Why did it do that? Fam? Something about to go down? What? Don't answer me. I'm not actually asking. Okay, well, we can't go that way. Oh.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No,
He shakes
I won't
his
even
head.
try. You know,
He takes his glasses
I
off.
had a partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
All right. Got me wanting to know exactly what happened with your old partner. Wait, what's that? Oh, there's a way in that building. Okay, well, I don't know. Oh. You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. Hey, Giant, how are you? Now you're in his eyes, I guess. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. The sign reads St. Brune 1147. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Should we go in here?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
I'm going to take a closer look at that.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is
yellow
adorned
sticker.
with a yellow sticker. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue
A
handkerchief
blue
to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
I mean, yes, but also maybe not.
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Okay, I'm going to inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least.
Okay.
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Oh, of course.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Where do you think we
Can
should
you hear
start?
the pulsing bass underneath the wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
Okay.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Okay, I'm going to run my hand over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
And I'm going to rattle the doors to see if they open.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to work.
I was just
High
checking.
above, the wind wraps the church in its rush, cold and wet from the ocean bay. It parts around the massive keel-shaped roof, like a test tunnel washing both sides, the way it has done for 340 years. The wind keeps its distance. So should you.
What is this feeling?
The doors remain
What?
unchanged.
That's not what I wanted to do. I
with
hit the
a
wrong
padlock.
button. Which one was that? Rattle the doors?
Nothing happened.
I don't think that...
High above,
There we go.
the
What
wind
is this
wraps
feeling?
the-
There is a hole in my heart.
It's gone now.
The lieutenant looks at the padlock. He didn't hear you asking. You were quiet enough.
Was I? Alright, we're gonna try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Okay, I'm gonna put the sticker in my ledger.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Secret task complete. Oh. Okay then. Cool. Okay. So, ooh. Okay, I wonder if I can go back around this way. I mean, we're also supposed to be very clearly, like, investigating some traps. I don't see another way in. Let's try to find the trap. Whoa. The fuck is this? Rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. This barrel has been recently discarded. It smells of fuel oil. What is
An
this?
old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Okay, used to serve as what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, impossible doesn't mean never.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door
Oh,
with all
Jesus
your weight.
Christ, it healed my health, and
does
I was
not
like, the
budge.
fuck?
Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Doesn't seem like we can get in there.
We don't get in there.
Yeah.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
I already did it.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
That's not who I am. Who we are.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy.
Ah,
But this
Myra,
one is
thank
simply
you.
beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we
Fine.
can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
Welcome in, everybody. How's your day? Fire, I hear you're off for an adventure. I hope you have a good time. We're playing this devastatingly wonderful game called Disco Elysium. The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts its long shadow over you. Look, a seagull! Look, another trap.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something.
What is Meyer doing today?
The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
The lieutenant takes a note, more out of habit than duty. Okay, well, let's keep going. The next one could be the lucky one.
Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize?
He raises his collar. It's windy. All right, well, no, listen, no need to be a poop about it, okay? I realize that we're probably not going to find a cryptid. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. Rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. The ladder is too rusty to climb, and the sea air has eaten away at it. Oh my god! Oh, a scented scarf that gives me +2 to shivers? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Hold up. All right, the horrific necktie gives me Inland Empire, but the other one gives me shivers. However, the other one gives me -2 to physical instrument and only +1 shivers, so I think I will not. The scarf can't talk. We don't know that, Kuno. Spoilers! God! Tiny inlets there, off the far distance where the post trail outward. Oh. I mean, I would assume so. Well, you can't take it back now. You can't try to cover it up now. All right, where's the last trap? I am actually asking. I do actually want to keep the one that's talking to me, but also I don't want to take the -2 in physical strength for only +1 for shivers. You know? Okay. One was up here. One trap is near the water lock. Okay, so we have to go all the way. Ooh, what's this? School of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dark. All right, let's head back to the water lock thingy. I don't even know how to get there right now, to be honest. What the fuck? Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Painted with pastels, someone was trying to bring cheer into the world. Did you get the trap by the failed electrical building? He said to look at that one either last or maybe after. Crash from some unending party, and a pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Oh, hi, Meyer. How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. We can go back around. We can try checking the electrical building, but I think we want to go back and do that one last. It was the last one he set, right?
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely.
Empty as all of them.
Okay.
One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in there.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Meyer, this game... Meyer, have you played this game? Or seen Brad play it? Because holy fucking shit. It's so good. I don't even know how to get back to where I'm going. But don't want to let me interact with that. Okay, well, guess not. Again, I don't remember. Oh, exactly where I'm going. It was this way, okay. And then over through here. And then we ran into them. Yeah. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Oh yeah, we know. We know. It was a bottle drained of all of its booze, frozen to the ice. Breaker box for the power of the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something else inside. Oh, heck yes. I saw the trap. Don't worry. I'm just grabbing the money. Okay.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
I'll look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks seem like a rebuke. The sound of the city hums in the east. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Gonna reach for the trap?
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
No way. No way.
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
Well, what if it was?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We're not cryptozoologists. We're cops.
Right. Okay, so how do we fast travel? Do we use the map, maybe? How have I oh, I was like, how have I never seen this map before? And it's because I didn't have one. Do we know how to fast travel? I am actually asking this time. It said it because the game didn't trigger the message it should have when you were at the church. Sorry, what? You have to be either in the fishing shack village or in front of the church or in front of the whirling. Ah, okay. Thank you. Alright, let's go to the fishing village then. Which is right here. Right? Oh. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Yes, we know. Fishing village. Okay. Now, fast travel. Ah! So we want to go to... Oh, that would have been the Ferris wheel. Alright, we're going to go ahead and travel here. And talk to the cryptozoologists. Yay!
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I was just on my way while I was working the case. I was just doing my job, ma'am. I'm basically a cryptozoologist now. I'm going to say I'm just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull. What?
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
You never told me you'd seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Yeah, also, your trap was empty.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden, I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reed...
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Wow. Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen.
That's fucking nuts, dude. No one's ever gonna believe her because she's a kid.
For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
You guys fell in love?
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Yeah.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
Huh.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing.
Also, this sounds like the voice at the beginning. A little bit.
If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Our first, yes.
Oh, you were on a date. Okay, the limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
And how big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Well, you don't know. Thank you for sharing. Well, Kim, what do you think?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
Closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Kim, just let her fucking have it, bro. All right, thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
So was it just the light reflecting?
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
You know...
Of course, officers.
To hell with this, he says.
Particular
Let's
cryptid
hear
you two
more
are
about
interested in learning
fucking
about?
cryptids. What's the most dangerous one?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Okay, all right.
He nods approvingly.
Okay, well, that's all for now then, ma'am. Except that I need to tell you. Oh, okay, I'll just tell you.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, but no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
He rubs his chin.
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Kim!
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the
Just
Phantasmadeia
let
picked
them
off the
live their
locusts and
lives,
escaped.
bro.
This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
That's exactly what it is. A deft hunter, this phasmid.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay?
He misinterprets your words.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here.
Totally
This has
agree.
been refreshing. but
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it?
Well,
The
no,
lieutenant
but...
looks out the window, impatiently.
Whoa, 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 what?
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of...
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too.
Shit.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
Okay, well...
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
No. I'll talk to him.
Delinquents, my favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's his favorite at all.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up.
Okay,
I
will
have a
do.
feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass under the radar. You won't get a chance to talk after you walk out of here.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry. but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Gary.
So Gary, you know these
You'd be
kids,
more
do
than
you?
helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of
Do you?
Sue's reindeer today, though.
Do you?
We're gonna follow this through.
And you know specifically that they like to steal things? Like what,
The first
Gary?
man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
I really owe you one for getting us out of those reeds, officer. Finally got all that soot out of my hair. Name's Gary. Yellow Man. I mean, officer.
Yellow.
The
Whoa.
lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly
Whoa,
and takes
for
out his
real?
notebook. Yellow Man? Feels significant somehow, him saying that. You should ask him about it later.
What? Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Nobody's perfect.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revacall.
His gaze shifts to the floor
Serious
tiles.
question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Dude, yeah, okay, I'm gonna hold up the mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
I can see that you recognize it. It's in your eyes.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
I believe you. You look like a kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
He pauses.
You're not going to find me, are you?
Oh, fuck yeah, I want to find him. Racist piece of shit. But also information. Do we want information related to our fucking thing? Or... I mean, he threw it out in the trash container. He threw it out in the trash. I'm gonna go with Gary. We just want information.
Ooh, thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again.
Well,
I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Okay, how did you even get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why the fuck would you need a master key?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
Oh my god, Kim. Oh my god, Kim. Oh my god, Kim. Could you be any fucking cooler?
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hung behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Please, explain.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged. and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarks. Now...
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
Yeah, exactly, Sunstalker. Whoa, where's our fucking discount, bro? You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
What?
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
This fucking wanker.
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way, but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Why?
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be a really good one?
Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Are you, Gary? Are you a racist?
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Uh-huh. Do you have a problem?
No problem at all.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna leave for a second, and then I'm gonna do this, because we can. We're gonna up our composure. Oh my god, we have another level up? Oh my god, what should we do with our other logic, you think? I don't know what the other one is. Oh, we only had the one. Okay. Alright.
Wish us luck. Officers.
You're right, we should have tried it twice.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
Oh, God. Gross.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons the shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did.
Yeah, you should
be. And
I
didn't want you to know.
You see the gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Your friend is a piece of shit, Lena.
I took the hangman's cuirass. I didn't mean to.
I mean, it's not something you just accidentally do, Gary. You don't just trip and go, oops, I'm suddenly wearing this now. You had to buckle it up, bitch.
God damn it, Gary.
I know.
Shame on you. Give the cuirass to the officer at once.
The woman looks at you, her eyes soft and pleading.
Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation officers. He's just thick-headed and poor as dirt. But he's always helped us, given us a place to stay. And he's followed Morel into God knows what jungles.
He's a loyal friend.
Why did you really put the clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
His lips start quivering.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
Oh, wow. How gracious of you, Kim. I'm ready to fucking rail this dude into the earth.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
He shakes his head.
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Why did you lie, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should
says,
have told you
staring
the
at nothing in
moment I
particular.
saw you. But
He's a scaredy cat.
A woman looks at Gary, her eyes motherly. Do you know who killed the hanged man?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
He shakes his head. All right, hand over the armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
He looks around, relieved of some burden, his mouth still quivering. Well, thank you for your cooperation. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Sunstalker. Gary is bad. Not that we should be scaling and rating, but I think Gary's probably the... not as bad as the driver, and then obviously musclehead guy or whatever. Who the fuck are these people?
You look like shit.
Your ruffled face reflects in the man's sunglasses. Well, so do you, bitch. And what wig are you wearing? And also, I have cooler sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Okay. You look like shit, asshole. Oh god, are these our coworkers? The last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
Oh no.
It's not just this week.
Oh no.
What you want?
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does
This
not
is my
like
boss. I'm
you.
so glad I didn't tell him he was fucking ugly.
There's something that binds you
Are
to
you
him.
kidding me?
Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform. I want to say, yes, I think.
What?
Fucking politics again. You know what I'm more interested in?
Me solving the case of the hangman?
You solving the case you're on. I'm passionate about that. So maybe get to it.
Him, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Fuck. Okay, I have some questions for you.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a man down on his luck. I'm trying real hard here, man.
Oh, well, go solve your case then. That would count as trying hard.
He didn't answer your question.
Now will you answer some questions for me?
No,
Why not?
'cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Okay, if you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say some things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay, yeah. Turns out he was shot and hanged.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Basically, yes.
Okay, well...
He corrects his blonde wig. His hair. He corrects his hair. Dude, this is totally my coworker!
I don't know. Why are you?
He gives you an odd look.
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow, bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses felt calming. Like you've done it before.
Yeah, I think he's like my partner.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Okay, well...
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again.
No.
We're not wasting time.
No,
You
no,
think he was
okay.
hanged as a cover-up?
Yeah,
To
sorry.
hide the shoot?
Yeah,
okay.
okay,
I
sorry.
don't know. Oh
I don't
my
know.
god, there's more.
Okay, bye.
Watch out for yourself,
Sorry.
loser.
Okay.
The woman in an RCM patrol
Yeah.
officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
As Lieutenant Kitsuragi explained, a patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry? Cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Okay, but you're a patrol officer.
Yes, I am.
Is everything all right? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you?
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes
Something
out.
changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
These are my coworkers, dude.
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm not asking any of these, dude. I know exactly who they are. Holy shit, man. Okay, we have about 15 minutes. Kuno lied to us. Return and confront him. That's what we're going to do real quick. We're going to go talk to Kuno. Seems like maybe a good way to wrap things up for the day. Oh my god. Well, I cried on the phone to dispatch and they came, which is just so sweet. Hey, Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything. So,
I talked to Manana about the armor. He told me that you promised to sick the pigs on him.
yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like Jello.
Look, pig, Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
I will remember this.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, Grief and the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
What about the missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison.
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
All right, hold on. Nobody is lame here. Just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack?
Yeah.
You should check it out.
Okay, bye.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
On what phone? Well, we radioed in on the car and spoke to those two individuals that are in the shack there. We spoke to them. We heard them in the background. So we know they're our coworkers. I don't know why they're hiding it from me. So, weird shit. There they are! Crawling with locusts
All
in
around
here.
you,
Oh,
the
God.
hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns
Of the
to you.
locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a subcase of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
Do you think the phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Well, I guess we should talk to him about it.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things.
Oh.
You are doing just fine.
You say that now. But we know it's not true. Okay, which one did I need to... Oh, it's this one, right? The police one, to be able to try that again? I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste the level up, to be honest. Okay. Wait, was that a thing? Did I just hear a notification pop? Oh, I did. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Okay, well, we knew that. Uno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad?
Kuno I know you took the traps, Kuno.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I was really hoping it would be the reed phasmid that ate the locusts, not you, Kuno.
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch.
Well, you say you don't give a fuck about the bugs, but then you go build a whole bug town?
It's not Bug Town. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Shit descends is so good, dude. She wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands.
You stop! It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
City of Rage? Sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
lame it is. Please just don't say
Bag
you're...
for sure.
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
That's great, Kuno. It's cool to make art.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He throws the sock in the air. Sorry, he tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A silence fills the yard.
So that's what this is about.
Oh, come on, nobody's coming to take you away.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once,
She's got
the
my
boy
gun.
is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
I have to ask, what does the City of Locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face to the falling rain.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
Okay, well, I need you to stop taking the locusts from the traps, okay? The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important, and the locust is bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
Okay, well, what are you going to do with the ones in the shack?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Okay. Well, I'd better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian phasmid.
Huh.
He mutters to himself.
He recognizes the name.
You know what that is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit.
He says
the
angrily.
Fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Kuno's
How do you know what
like
that is?
Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't.
Okay, well, she talked to us.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Okay. What the fuck? Child, converse with me? What are the strange words you're using, girl? I'm gonna be like, hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
What the fuck? That never happened before. What the hell? Holy shit, dude. Okay, well, good goddamn. Getting spicy. Okay, two things. We gotta update them.
Oh, hello, sweetie.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
Well, I talked to Kuno, and he said that he promised to stop stealing
So
the
it
locust.
was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie.
I'm sorry, I had to tell you
This
the
is
truth.
good news, right? It means we can try again.
Exactly.
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Oh, this is costing me time on my main investigation for real.
Of course, sweetie. You've helped us so much already. Everyone would understand if you...
Oh my god, I'm in an anime. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we?
Damn.
Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
Okay, fine.
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Wow. Co-discovery.
No.
You'd be famous.
I don't
You'd
need to be
show
famous.
them all.
Nope.
This does tingle the pleasure center. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers.
Okay, calm down.
No question about that.
Calm down. No, we don't. Did you know that Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. and I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
I don't know what got into him, officer.
All right.
Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I guess we could stock the traps really quickly, but -1 empathy. I don't want that. Whoa. I mean, I don't see why not. This gives us Inland Empire and Volition. +2 to logic. +2 to drama for no reason. I love it. +1 perception. +1 composure. I kind of want that, I think. This one's good. I love that we're just like finding random clothes here. I don't know what this does. Items. Oh yeah, we wanted to do this too, didn't we?
Can I help you?
Found a new bird.
What is this thing?
Well, it's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
I've had just about enough of you, Kim. I'm just saying. All right? Yes, I agree with that, Kim, but I actually agree with it. I believe it in my bones. Okay? Shit. What are you saying? Rattan? Is that the scarf's name? Why are you guys calling it that? I'm banning you. Uno, I'm banning you. It's enough. The horrific necktie. Yeah, but why are you calling it that? Oh, what does this do? I agree with you, Kim, but never speak to me again. Well, I assumed that he was saying it in a sarcastic way. Okay, what else do we have? I called you that, yes. We'll never get called that again. So we're wearing the other one. We're wearing the other tie. Okay, we don't want to do this. We did this one. Why is it not completed yet? Do I need to, like, interact with it? Do I have to put it on first or something? Does this not count? It means brother. Oh. So you were calling out brother as I unequipped the tie. This anti-Kim will not stand. Burn the witch. Listen, I love him, but he's being ridiculous. Like, yes, it matters to do the three things. You know, to help the little things count. All right? I mean, this doesn't really... I have any other hat? Oh, okay. All right, well, We look ridiculous now. Absolutely ridiculous. But this is a good place to save. So we're going to go ahead and save the game. And we will be back tomorrow at noon Eastern for more of this game. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and raid over into Table Story. Because I have to become a hobbit. I have to become a hobbit now. Okay. And get in the mindset of an adorable little Kuno-style hobbit. I always look like a hobo for some reason. Yeah, we look ridiculous. Thank you, PB. Yeah, thank you, everybody, for hanging out. This game is fucking incredible. Don't Kuno-style it. No, I mean, she's just a chaos gremlin. Toddles is just chaos, that's all. Midgard! I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Just with a little less swearing. A lot less swearing. A lot less. All right, my darlings. I'll see you next time.
Most civilized people are out of touch with reality because they confuse the world as it is with the world as they think about it, and talk about it, and describe it. Now, of course, reality, from a philosopher's point of view, is a dangerous word. A philosopher will ask me, what do I mean by reality? Am I talking about the physical world of nature? Or am I talking about a spiritual world? Or what? And to that I have a very simple answer. When we talk about the material world, that is actually a philosophical concept. So in the same way, if I say that reality is spiritual, that's also a philosophical concept. And reality itself is not a concept. Reality is and we won't give it a name.